Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of the podcast of Misfit's Room. I didn't think I would get this far. That's so funny. Second episode, and I didn't think I'd get this far. How is everybody doing since the last episode? I was really nervous. Mostly because I just overthink things and I overreact. Not necessarily overreact. I need to remember that certain things that I do, like my YouTube videos and my blogs and like my podcasts, most of that stuff I do it for myself, not for anybody else's approval. So you kind of like find yourself like constantly like checking your view count and your watch time, and you have to just remember it's not all about that, or else you're gonna go down in a spiral and literally lose your mind. I almost lost my mind every other day since I posted that podcast, and I just told myself, like, listen, you need to calm down, you need to slow down. Some people do this for years. It's not all about the time and the views and all that. It's about what you like to post. And honestly, you should be posting things that you like, not content that, I guess, how do I say it? Like you're feeding your audience. This is mostly for myself. I'm not trying to. Oh, my chair squeaks. I need to get a new chair first of all. But like, this should be for me and for my entertainment. Okay. So I have been struggling with that since episode 1 came out. But other than that, I have been thriving. First of all, I got my hair done. For the audio listeners, sorry you can't see, but for the video listeners, I look bomb. I look cute. I can't even stop staring at myself. I'm recording myself and I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and not at the camera lens, which would be looking at you directly in your eyes. Hello, how are you? So yeah, I guess I should just give an update since the last time that I've spoken to you guys. What have I done? Not much. I've been trying to get myself into like a routine, like a schedule of like uploads for the podcast, for my YouTube videos, for my Instagram, for a lot of things. I really want to be a content creator. That's like something that I've always wanted to do. I just didn't know how to do it, because with content creation, you can like branch out into other things. Like I don't necessarily want to be an influencer, but like having content that people watch all the time helps branch you out into like it's like a stepping stone to other things in life that you want to do. But I've always been drawn to like entertainment, content creating and all that. Like that's just my jam. Like I've been making videos, although granted I've deleted several videos when I was like 14, 15, of just like me making stupid videos. But as you grow up, you get embarrassed of yourself and then you just delete everything. So that has been me my entire life. So I've just been trying to get like a good consistent schedule and then figuring that out so that I can have good quality stuff. You know what I mean? Like right now, how would I explain it? Like I have good quality content in the sense of like my Instagram, but like I just want to be consistent and like consistently post stuff. And then as time progresses, I have like better quality with like my phone camera, better like poses. I want to get better overall. I just want to make sure that I remember to stay consistent, because that's part of the game, I guess you would say. So I've been dealing with that. I'm like weirdly out of breath right now. I don't know why. It might be just nerves or something. I don't know. But yeah, I've been dealing with that. Honestly, just gotta remind yourself, like it's not a okay, although some people get discovered like within a heartbeat, other people don't. And that's okay. Just do the best that you can. And one way or another, it's gonna happen. Whether it's a one lucky chance that someone finds you, or with blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm gonna do blood, and sweat, and tears until, that magical moment happens. But if it doesn't, what can I do? So I've been dealing with that, getting my content together, and also just in the back of my mind trying to remember that I have my business that I started, my clothing business, and I don't even know where to start with that. Basically, like I just want to change it up. I just want to redo a whole lot of everything. Like I've been trying to redo my YouTube. I'm literally trying to redo everything. And if you listen from the past episode, I talked to you guys a little bit about just kind of rebranding my store and just like getting rid of all the clothes that I have here. Because when I started the store, I originally wanted to just make clothes myself and resell, not resell. I'm like confusing myself. I wanted to make clothes myself, like design it and everything, and then, sell it. But like, I've been struggling with the fact that some people think that you have to have some sort of like fashion degree and all this other stuff, but it's just like, no, it's your creativity, it's what you want to do. And I'm just trying to figure out what exactly do I want to do, if I just want to be a free spirit and just do whatever and not have some sort of template or anything. So I've been dealing with that, and I don't want to rush myself, because the fact that I rushed myself last year, beginning July, when I first started the business, I rushed it and I didn't really think thoroughly what I wanted to do exactly, like with design and stuff like that, that I ended up just buying a whole bunch of bulk items and reselling it. Like, I was just a reseller. I was buying from a wholesale company and reselling it under my brand name, and that's not technically what I want, you know? So I've been dealing with that. It's gonna be an ongoing process. I feel like it's gonna, oh, my dog. But yeah, speaking of the business, I just wanted to talk about real quick, maybe this is something that people who are just starting a business want to hear, is that there is a lot of struggles that happens with starting a business. I mean, I've only had mine for a year and I've been on and off and on and off with it, but I feel like I have some sort of knowledge to like maybe give advice, but it's up to you whatever sort of advice you take with it. But first and foremost, I just want to say that, like, make sure you know what you want to do. I mean, not make sure, because people change their minds all the time, but just go in it with a general idea of what you think you want, you know what I mean? And like really think about it, and really like maybe take like a month to really like sit down with yourself and like figure it out, you know what I mean? Because I'd hate for you to start it and then like 3 months from now be like, oh my god, I just spent all this money on this product, but like now I feel like I'm changing my mind because now I have this, like, like sit with yourself for a month at least and just like really go through the motions of like what you really want, what you want the aesthetics to be, what are you about, just like all of that. Take time and think about it, because I think I went a little too soon with it, but I'm not really upset about it because I learned from that. But like, just to think about it. Sounds really good at the moment, money and all that. It sounds really good within the moment, but really, really think about it, because it's a business. It's a real deal. And also you have to pay taxes, which is like the most ridiculous. I'm not kidding. I know it's like not ridiculous, but it's just like the most, not outrageous either. It's just like the one thing that you never think about. And like I went probably like 2 tax periods where like I did not know I was supposed to report like every quarter, like quarterly, like every 3 months. I did not know that. I didn't know that at all. And then when I realized it the second quarter, I was like, oh my god. And then I did it, and then I realized like, oh, if you're late with filing, like they'll charge you. And like I called them, I was like, listen, I didn't know, this is my first time doing the business, like what am I supposed to do? I didn't know. And then the sweet lady, she was just like, you know what, sometimes this happens, this is why the government lets you have like 1 free pass, and then like now so that like future things, like for future dates, you know, like it's your responsibility to remember. But I just started out, and sometimes it slips my mind, like this last quarterly I forgot, and I was like, what, I think it was like 6 days after the cutoff, because you have to like file it before the 20th. So it was 6 days after, so I might be getting a bill in the mail soon. So yeah, not too happy about that, but that's, again, that comes with any sort of business. So really do your research, honestly, on the business that you want, because it's a lot. It is a lot, but it's not, if you really want it, it's not such a pain in the neck, if you know what I mean. Like if this is something you really, really want to do, no amount of research, no amount of work is ever going to bother you. There's that saying where if you truly love what you do and you never work a day in your life, that's how I feel about it. It's just a mind thing. You just got to get over your head and, not get in your head so much. And I guess that's my problem. I get into my head so much, and like I worry about what other people think and not what I think, because this is my business. I shouldn't be thinking about what other people like or like think. If people like my aesthetic, my idea, then great. If they don't, then they don't. I shouldn't be catering to other people, you know what I mean? You should only cater to your likes and not to other people, because then you're never gonna like your job. Also, I keep forgetting that my nails click together. But yeah, that's advice for that. What else is there? I mean, also I wrote down like 3 little talking points, and like this also ties into that, is that you have to make time. You have to be willing to you have to be willing to find and make the time to actually do something like that, because honestly, some days you're just gonna be up so late, up to like 2 a.m., and then have to go to your actual real job that is keeping you stable before your business takes off. I can't even talk. Before your business takes off, and you have to be up by like 6 a.m. and then get ready and then be at work depending on how far your job is at 8 a.m. Like, it's a real struggle sometimes, and you have to find the time, make the time, and actually like just utilize your time wisely, because starting a business is very hard, it's very time consuming, and like you can't just drop everything, because you're not going to make money the moment that you make it an LLC. It's just not going to happen. You have to make the time, and there are going to be days where you don't sleep. There are going to be days where you are running on coffee, running on Red Bulls, running on like any sort of energy, anything, and it's just going to be the worst couple months, maybe years of your life. But at the end of it, when you are really truly working for yourself, it's going to be worth it. And I know it is for me, and I cannot wait till I get to that point. But important thing is that you make time. That is just the most important thing that I have to keep reminding myself whenever when it comes to like YouTube videos and stuff like that, like Genesis. You have to find the time to do it, because if you don't do it, who's going to do it? Nobody. Probably someone else who wants to do it as well, and they're going to get further and you're not. You know what I mean? So that is something you really got to think about. Really got to think about. And with making time for certain things like your new business and stuff, and YouTube or podcast or whatever it may be, you have to take time away from things like family, friends, and just, you gotta take time from somewhere. You know what I mean? So you have to be somehow, some way willing to just like say no to things, like say no to going out, say no to hanging out with friends, to say no to like you're gonna have a whole bunch of FOMO, and if you cannot deal with FOMO, it is not gonna work out in your favor. I'm just telling you straight up, it's not, because I've had this business, like I've already said, for over a year now. Yeah, a year now, and like I'm not exactly where I want to be. And my YouTube as well. My chair is squeaking. My YouTube as well. I've been on and off and on and off with my YouTube, and it's my own fault that I'm not consistent, that I don't have the views and the watch time that I want, and that's my own fault. And because of that, you kind of just make stupid content that people are not going to watch, and it's just very like, oh, I'm just going to put something out there just to put something out there because I need to get my views up. And like, it's my own fault for not taking the time out, for not saying no to things, to have that time to do it, and then to just rush and make something just to put it out there, and then I'm just wasting time in the universe because nobody's watching it. You have to be willing to say no to the parties, no to the friend things and gatherings or whatever, and sometimes you may or may not lose friends, and that's either something that you have to come to terms with, or something that I don't know, your friendship has to work through. I really don't know. I don't really have friends. I mean, I have friends, but like, that's something you really got to come to terms with, because this will take up a lot, and I mean a lot of your time. Depending on the videos you make, it takes a whole, probably a couple hours to edit a video. It takes a couple hours to go through a podcast and edit. It takes a couple hours here and there to take pictures for Instagram and to become an influencer. It takes a lot of work. And it looks easy, and I know, I see it happen all the time. I know that the Instagram models and the Facebook posts and all of it just makes it look easy, and it's not easy. I wish it was, because I'd be famous already, but I'm not. So it's not that easy. But just remember where your priorities are. I think that's like the main thing, is where you are. I can't speak. Is where your priorities lie, to be honest. And remember as well that the job that you're in is not forever. And that's something that, oh my god, that's something that frustrates me so much sometimes, is that I'm at my job. Mind you, my job is great. Not the greatest ever, but like, it's chill. It's very easy, it's very relaxed, you know what you're doing every day, but like it's not what I want to do. So it just frustrates me when I'm there for the majority of my day. And I'm just like, it's so frustrating just doing something that I'd rather not be doing, although it's like not the hardest job ever. But I'd rather not be there all day not wasting my time. I am making money to like live and, pay for the things that I want to do. But like, it's just so frustrating to be there for 8 hours at a time, sometimes 9, knowing that none of this is contributing to your business, to your future. Although, the money, yeah, because it keeps a roof over your head, your phone bill paid, your car payments, your insurance and all that. It keeps it paid, but it's not like a direct, I guess, I don't know, it's not very like, it doesn't go hand in hand with what you want to do. So sometimes you just gotta take a chill pill. I know I do sometimes, and just be like, listen, this is only temporary. This is only temporary. And things will change. And then I just simmer down and then, go from there. Yeah, but you have to have those 9 to 5 jobs unless you were like very lucky and you can find a job within your field that'll like also be a stepping stone to your future and ambitions and dreams or whatever. But I unfortunately don't have that as of right now. But all you can do is do the best that you can, pretty much. But it's a struggle. Something that I did want to talk about, that's like, I guess ever since posting like the last podcast and listening to it and just listening to it just reminded me that at the end of the day, you were born by yourself and you die by yourself. You weren't put on this planet to please anybody else but yourself. You do what makes you happy. You do what makes you smile. You do whatever it takes to keep yourself happy. Nobody else's opinion matters. Even if it's your significant other. I mean, I guess, okay, there's 50-50 in that. But like, make sure you're always putting yourself first. And I don't know, certain things have just transpired within the past couple of days. And it's just like, my feelings are valid. Remember that your feelings are valid. Do things for you, It's so hard because you want to please everybody else sometimes because, that's like, that's my personality. Sometimes I like love to just please people and make people happy and be their best friend and, be there for them. But then there's like certain expectations that people expect from you, and if you don't do it, you're the bad one. But it's just like, I first of all, this is my life. I wasn't here to please you. If we can coexist in the world, then that's fine. But if we can't, then we can't. You know what I mean? Like, people can't expect the world from everybody. It's just, it's unrealistic. It really is. I have been relearning myself these past few days, and you ever get to a point where like you look back at your old like pictures and videos and stuff like that, and you're just like, man, I was happy. Like, I was smiling. Like, I didn't have a care in the world. I was freaking happy. I did that with like one of my YouTube videos and like my pictures and stuff from like years ago, and I'm like, what happened? Like, I just so carefree. Even like my old YouTube videos where I used to do like skits and stuff, like probably like a year ago, I like looked at it and I laughed for the first time in a long time, and I was like, yo, that is who I want to be. That is the person that I miss being. That is me. And then I look at myself now, I was like, why are you so like, I feel like I don't want to be like I'm such a sad person, but like I'm much more sadder than normal or how I used to be. I was so carefree. Not in the sense of like carefree, like I don't care what I do, whatever, but like I was just so carefree and happy. And now it's so hard to find that, and bro, it woke me up. It woke me up like no other. And I have just been like, I need to get back on my stuff. So like, that's what keeps motivate. Well, I can't even say motivating. That's what keeps motivating me to just keep going and keep going and keep going. Because I reminisce and I'm like, your past you would have wanted you to keep been doing this and a lot sooner. And you let yourself down quite a bit with just putting your feelings and yourself in the back burner. But your future self, your past self would be very happy with you, with what you're doing now. So keep up the good work, Smile when smile. Life is so short. I know I'm going off of like 5 different tangents, but it's just like, life is so, so short. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. So like, smile. Like, I find myself, like, I really have resting bee face all the time. I do. And I don't know why. And it's just like, these past few months, my face has been programmed because I'm always upset when I shouldn't be upset about anything. Like, sometimes even at work, I catch myself like just frowning. I'm like, why am I frowning right now? Like, I literally had coffee today. I didn't talk to anybody today. Like, I didn't get annoyed with anybody today. Why do I have like a resting bee face right now? And like, I literally catch myself sometimes just being like, wait, what? And like, I refuse to let my face crack. Okay, I'm not gonna get no Botox or whatever. So I'm just like, why do I keep frowning? Like, I have to catch myself and be like, hello, smile a bit, or at least pick your face up a little bit. Cause like, what? Find happiness, honestly. Find happiness. I'd hate for anybody to go through their life, and like have like the most just depressing, the most angriest life. I'd hate for that to happen to anybody, and for me either. Like, no. So pretty much I have deemed this year of just being the year of focusing on me, even though we're like 7 months in. We're in August now. Today, as I'm recording this, it's August 1st, and like, I'm just starting my year as my year. The entire, you ever do your New Year, I can't even speak. You ever do your New Year's resolutions where you're just like, I'm gonna do this and it's gonna be the best year ever and blah 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 blah? I haven't had that. I did it. I made my resolutions, and then like, we're in August now, and now I'm like, no, I'm focusing on myself right now, because you know what? To be honest, ever since January, I've been putting other people first, and that's so not sad, but unfortunate for me. Not for the other people, I guess, that I've been there for, but that's highly unfortunate for me. And like, bro, why did it take me 7 months of catering to other people for me to finally realize, hey, you need to cater to yourself first and foremost? So I'm starting off my year. This is my New Year's on August 1st. Happy New Year's to me. No, but like, for the rest of this year, I'm gonna be focusing on myself. And like, I hate to admit this, because I already did admit this on the last episode, but like, I tend to be a serial dater. Like, once I break up with somebody, I'm like, okay, who's next? And right now, I'm just like, you know what? No. And I find myself like today was one of those days where I was just like, no, I'm gonna download the Hinge app, and I'm gonna look around, and I'm just gonna have a couple of people here and there to talk to. No, I caught myself, because I know exactly how I am, and I just like, no. You like to cater to other people's feelings. You just care too much. You care way too much. There's no way I'm going to be fighting myself for the rest of the year. There's no way I can download another dating app. Okay, maybe at least for the next 3 months, but like, no dating, at least for this month. Like, nothing. I need to just like stay away, because then I tend to prioritize other things and not myself. Bro, this is going to be the year of me. This is my new year. I'm starting it in August. Happy New Year's to me. But like, I need to start over. You ever go through like relationship after relationship, and once it's done, you're like, bro, how did I let myself do that? And then you do it all over. And then you do it all over again? Like, no. And why, bro, my mouth makes the most weird mouth noises. But anyways, I was just like, first of all, this last relationship that I just got out of, like, really like pumped the brakes for me for like the first time in forever. I was just like, Genesis, what the actual F? No, but like, what the actual F were you thinking? Like, for real. I had to sit down and like talk to myself and be like, bro, have you lost your mind? Because I think you've lost your mind. When I tell you, I dropped everything. I dropped everything. My YouTube, I'm telling you, everything. Nothing saw my face. Nothing. Nothing saw my time, my care, nothing. Nothing but this other person saw me. And like, it ends, and I'm just like, bro, 4 months? 4 months of me just catering to this person, and like, my life, like, a relationship shouldn't be that. A relationship should just be me helping you, you helping me. And like, not even that, like me not forgetting that I exist, you know? Bro, it took that relationship to go real quick, real fast. Let me tell you, I already touched on this on my YouTube, but like, your girl was engaged after 4 months of dating. I'm a literal psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a serial dater at its finest, but I'm a psycho. Who in the right mind? I don't know. I wasn't in my right mind apparently, but like, it took all of that to just be like, Genesis, honey, but ooh, child, look and listen, and just sit down. And even till now, it's been, I think we ended it around 4th of July weekend, and like now, yeah, it's been a month. Today's August 1st, and I'm just like, who, what, when, where, and why? Just why? Because I don't understand. Do you understand? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I was even at the point where it's just like, I'm looking at dresses. I'm looking at decorations for my future apartment. Like, I'm moving out. I'm doing all of this stuff in my future and this and that. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's you catering to his future, not your future. What were you thinking? And it took for it to abruptly end and for me to feel hurt, which at this moment, like when I think back at it, like, okay, yeah, I'm hurt. It's a breakup. Everybody feels hurt. But like, I just want to go back and like sock myself in the face and be like, yo, wake the F up and walk the F away. What are you doing? Sometimes I forget that I'm like 23, and it's not my fault. Like, I've been just conditioned, I guess, since birth. Like, I've always been more mature than like I should be, but like than I am. Like, I'm 22, and sometimes I act like I'm 26, 27. Like, I don't know. I've had this gene since I was little to just feel the need to grow up. I mean, I guess I have a little sister, and you get to that point in family where you have to like help raise your siblings and stuff like that. But like, I've always been like, grow up. And I don't take the time to just enjoy my 21s, my 22s. Like, I didn't take no chance, no time to enjoy that. And I'm just like, bro, what? I should be living it up. I mean, I shouldn't. I mean, I should. I can have my days and go out and whatever, but like, I shouldn't be settling down and like simmering down. Like, I'm 22, and although I keep saying life is short, you never know when your life is gonna end. So I'd hate to waste 40 years of my life catering to somebody else to finally just be like, oh, I can break free now. Like, what is that? So yeah, I was engaged after 4 months. I literally, if I can go back right now and sock my past self in the face, I would. I totally would. And I'm so glad. Well, I'm not glad. That's a bad thing to say, but I'm like, not too mad at the fact that we ended not on such great terms. Because if it came to like us figuring things out a week afterwards where I still had those feelings where like we can make it work, I probably would have made it work, and I wouldn't be here right now. I really wouldn't. I know myself. I really wouldn't. So I'm kind of glad that it just like finished, done, over with. And like, I explained how I am in the past episode, but like, once I'm hurt, I build a wall A brick wall. I'm talking red brick wall, concrete overlay, everything, and that wall never comes down. Once you hurt me once, I'm like, I can't. And I can't look at you the same. Like, I can't, like, you hurt me, and then we try to get back together a month later. The wall is still there, and I still look at you like, no, you hurt me. And that's all I can remember is the past. That's all I can remember. And it's very, very hard for me to just, like, forgive and forget. I'm not that person. I've never been that person. And as much as I want to try and change that, it's very hard, but I've never been that person. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's more than okay. But, yeah. Crazy how life is. I'm gonna look back at this in a couple months, maybe years, and be like, bro, what? Who? Bro. When I'm literally like, I'm gonna give it like 10 years maybe, when I'm like married and have my first child or whatever, or not even married, or whatever happens, I'm gonna look back at this and be like, honey, boo boo child, you literally like graduated high school like, what is it, 5 years ago, 2017? Who? What? Even now, I don't even know how to like put it into words. I'm off the chain. I'm off the chain. But yeah, I know this episode has just been really rambly and weird, but like I'm just trying to get myself into the groove of things. To be honest, this episode is more so for me than it is for anybody else, because it feels so good. You don't know how good it feels, but it feels so good to just have a routine. Same way I used to have like a routine for school, and like a couple of months ago when I first started my job, there was always a routine and you always knew what to do, and like, I came home happy and ready to like do other things. Like I've lost a passion, and like I feel like I have more of a passion and want when I have a certain routine. Like today I have to record a video, today I have to record Misfit's room, today I have to do a couple Instagram posts and get them ready, today I have to, like, I love to just have a couple things going on, because if I just like start randomly do things, I get flustered very quickly. Like I can't, I mean, not like multitask, but like I can't have a whole bunch of things going on and it's not planned, because I will literally have a breakdown and I'll just stop, and then it'll take a whole bunch of months later to be like, no, you can do this, you can do this, and then I'm going back at it scrambled, and like I get so just anxious and I just can't do it. So I like that I have a schedule for things now, like for podcasts, for Mrs. Room, videos and audios are gonna be up the same day. I know people do it every other, like Tuesday audio, Wednesday video, but I'm gonna do it on the same day. So Wednesdays are designated Wednesdays are designated days for podcast uploads with the visual on YouTube. And then my YouTube channel, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/Genesis the Misfit 1, the number 1, and you'll find me there. And on that channel, I mean, I don't post every specific day. I post every, like, within 5 to 6 or 7 days within that week period, like after the first video is uploaded. I try to get into the grooves of, like, start to record stuff, maybe a vlog, maybe a video, but like I have a routine for that. Like I give myself leeway with that, you know what I mean? But I know, like, I won't let myself go more than 8 or 9 days without posting something, you know what I mean? So like I like that I have a little schedule. And also with like Instagram stuff, I love modeling, I love fashion, I love all of it. And I've been having so much fun and enjoying just like going to my closet and just like planning out different outfits and like getting the purses and getting the shoes together and doing all of that. I freaking love it. I love it so much. And then I also kind of hate it, because then I get into the mood where like, no, I gotta shop because now I don't have anything to wear because I wore everything. So like that's happening. I made a whole wish list on Shein, and I blame Shein for letting me know that there's Afterpay, so I can literally buy a whole bunch of stuff and like make 4 Afterpay payments and then be done. So if you're subscribed to my channel, be prepared to watch a Shein haul one of these days. But I love how everything's coming together. I'm very happy. Haven't been this happy in a long time. Although I'm not like extremely happy, like I'm like a jolly Santa Claus. I'm not. But like I haven't been this excited for something in a long time, and that makes me happy. So yeah, I guess we'll end this podcast here because I don't know. I really didn't plan anything for this. I was just like, I'm just gonna come on here. I'm gonna talk about my business because that's what matters to me right now, and like everything else. So like, I didn't really have a plan. Maybe next week we'll talk about a certain topic or whatever. But like, I didn't have a plan for today. But I guess it worked out pretty much. I gave a little bit of advice, gave a little bit of my backstory and whatnot. But yeah. It's always so awkward to end this at the end. So yeah, for you video watchers on YouTube, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, people on the Apple Podcast or Spotify, and don't forget to follow or slash subscribe. I don't know what it is on Apple or Spotify. I haven't figured that out yet. Rate the podcast if you haven't already, and recommend to a friend if you like, and if you don't, that's fine as well, as long as you watch it. I don't know. But yeah, I guess we'll see you, or I don't have a co-host. What? I'll just see you guys next week. Bye.